What's up, y'all? Chicken Supreme. I'm back at it again, man, with another food review. Today, I am exploring Ethiopian food. That's right, East Africa. As you guys know, I'm on my world tour food review, and of course, I'm not traveling across the world to do this, but I am going to authentic restaurants with authentic people cooking authentic cuisine. So for anyone who's wondering, I got this from a place called Red Sea Ethiopian Restaurant in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I got the Tour of Ethiopia platter. This came out to $59.95 with tax. I'm gonna just go ahead and just unravel this. I believe this is the injera, right? Am I saying that right? It's like a bread type of thing. We're gonna explore what that tastes like in a bit, but let's just unravel this real quick. Oh my goodness, that is a platter, man. Let's go ahead and look at that. Look at what we're working with here. Okay, we got a whole bunch of different stuff. I'm assuming that's an egg right there. But yeah, this is the Tour of Ethiopia, man. Outside of that, I also got these rolls as well. We're gonna explore that and see what that's hitting for. Before I dive in, fun fact, man, my first ever crush in adulthood, that means when I first turned 18, was an Ethiopian girl, actually. She didn't like me back, but that's just fun, a little fun fact, little story time. Anyways, I guess I'll start off with one of these rolls right here, bro. Okay. Oh, that's different. So I gotta Google this to make sure I don't say the name wrong. Is it injera? Okay, it is injera. The injera, it's like it's not a bread. It's like a spongy type of, it kind of tastes like a bread, but it's not bread though. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's like what is that? I want to just try it plain real quick, just to, you know what I mean? Look, it has a spongy little look to it. By itself, it's a little like a sourdough, kinda. It tastes sour-ish, not in a bad way, but that's just what it tastes like. Yeah, I guess I'll just dive in, man, and I'll review as I go. I don't even know where to start, really. So from what I understand, you have to take some of this and dip it in, the stuff. I'm gonna start off over here. Y'all can't see it, but. Okay. All right. Now there's this yellow thing right here I'm gonna dip it in. If y'all can see that. Oh, I like that. That one comes with some flavor. This yellow stuff right here, that comes with some flavor, yeah. Now, from what I understand, this is supposed to be a platter that feeds like 5 people at once. I'm a single person, but for the price it's worth, right? Me only paying basically just under $60 for this. Dude, I don't know, man. I think that's a steal. I think when I did the Jamaican food, it came out to around 50 or something like that. Let me go ahead and dip it in this red stuff right here. What is this? Is it like some kind of stew or what is this exactly? That's interesting. This looks like potatoes. Yep, looks like potatoes. Tastes like, I'm assuming it's a potato. I like that. Wow, the green stuff right here. I apologize if I'm not saying the name, y'all. I didn't ask what they were all called, I just said, I want the Tour of Ethiopia. I want everything Ethiopian related. And he said, I got you. He hit me up with the platter. Oh, that must be like Are those peas? They're not peas. Some kind of beans or something like that, I'm assuming. But let me go ahead and get into some of the meat. Pause. I'm gonna dip that. Oh, first I'm gonna eat a plain. Okay. Not much seasoning. I'm assuming this is supposed to be dipped in one of these sauces. I'm gonna hit it with this red sauce we got going on over here. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's banging. Wow. Wow, this is a chew though. It's a heavy, I'm chewing this more than I would like. When you dip it into the sauce, it doesn't taste too bad. Let me go ahead and go back to this, that red sauce. So you can kind of just play around with it, I think. You know, just dip different stuff with different things. I'm gonna just be experimental. You know, I'm gonna take a bit of this. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of these greens right here. Some of those greens. I'm gonna re-dip it back in like the first sauce I got. Dip it into that second sauce again, and that third one like so. That's how you play the game. You see, now we're getting a burst of flavors. Oh wow. It's like you just have fun with it, you know. You just dip your stuff into your stuff, and then you have fun with it.
What do you mean by that?
Guys, I don't even know what to say. Like, it tastes different, but it doesn't taste foreign, if that makes sense. Like, every flavor that I'm tasting right now doesn't feel like something I haven't tasted before. However, it still does at the same time, you know what I mean? In that, I don't even know what I'm talking about, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead and try this egg right here. I believe it's a boiled egg, and it came with this red sauce thingy. Go ahead, give that a shot. Whoa, that's pretty good. Let me dip that in some other stuff. Oh man, whoa. This is hitting right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get some beef in there. Dip it in that red sauce again. I'm gonna get some of these greens right here. What else? Dip it in some of this other stuff. Look what we're working with, man. Wow. Ooh. I need to wash this down. Hold on. Oh. There's some stuff here I still haven't tried. In particular, this green stuff right here. It looks like it's hit with some chicken or something like that. Let's see what this is hitting for. Mmm. All right. Okay, so y'all are gonna have to forgive me because I don't know the name of some of these sides we have here. I do know the injera though, so, you know, kudos to me for that. But I'll just show you what I'm saying. This right here, this yellow sauce right here, this, I don't know, it's not a sauce, right? It's like a, whatever it is, this is banging. I love this stuff right here. Then we get over to the meat side of things right here, right? You know what I'm saying? This thing right here with the egg that was with this, that was fantastic. This fantastic. I would say my least favorite is probably this one right here to the side right here. I don't know if you can see it, that one to the side. It just didn't taste like anything crazy, you know. Yeah, it didn't really do anything. But when you dip something like this in here, and then you combine it with like the yellow one, right, like that, and then like you get some of the other stuff in there too, I ain't gonna lie, it starts hitting different. I feel like you gotta really play around with it, you know? Before I wrap up and give you my final take, you know I gotta hit the almighty chicken, man. Wow. This whole setup has been an absolute experience. I wish I knew the name of the sides, you know, to kind of, you know, go one by one and say what I think, but I'll just say this. I don't even know if there's words to describe just how unique of a setup this is. I mean, everything was just fantastic in its own way. You know what I mean? I think it all comes down to your own personal preference. Because you have to understand at the end of the day, this is the tour of Ethiopia. So I'm even sure there are people within Ethiopia or Ethiopian culture that may have their own specific, you know, things that they like. For me personally, it's the yellow stuff. This stuff right here. You know, I showed you earlier, but I'll flip it around like this. If you can see it, this stuff right here. This was the good stuff. I don't know if I don't know exactly what's used in it, but that was sensational, bro. And then, I mean, when you start dipping, you know, the injera with multitudes of different things and like, you know, you just start having fun with it. The overall eating experience is definitely, it's more unique, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to just eating things with a fork and knife or, you know, just eating things plain. This is a more unique eating experience. I'd say this is a very good thing. I think everybody should at least try this once, man. At least try this once. And once you have a understanding of what you like best, then you can start to kind of like tailor down what you'd want to get when you start going back to order more stuff. But for me, I know I can't finish this platter. This is, yeah, I think you're getting your bang for your buck, bro. I paid under $60 with this plus tip, you know what I'm saying? And there's no way I'm finishing this in one go, you know? So overall Ethiopian food, this is an absolute banger. But yeah, there you guys have it, man. Me trying Ethiopian food for the very first time. Probably the most unique eating experience I've ever had. Especially that tour of Ethiopia platter. If it's your first time ever trying Ethiopian food, I recommend going with the tour of Ethiopia if the place or location you go to has it. It gives you a little bit of everything, okay? And you get to kind of mix and match and just experiment. The whole eating experience it was just a sensational eating experience, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? From the injera and the uniqueness of the injera to the different types of stews or soup. It's not a soup, but the different types of stews and meats that they had in there and all the different flavors. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, and I wish I knew the names of each and every single one of those little sections of stews, but I don't. I'm not gonna lie, I don't. You know, that's probably the only thing I regret not knowing, but yeah, dude, it's one of those things. If you're a human being, bro, I think it's just one of those things you have to try once, but especially if you're black. You know what I mean? It's another eating experience that's like, there's nothing else like it. From the injera to the different stews to the, you know, it's supposed to be something you eat with other people. So I felt like if I'd eaten this with you know, a group of people, it would have made the eating experience a lot more unique as well. But overall, I mean, it was a banger of a meal, man. Banger of a meal. I still have it back there, bro. I think it will probably take me 2 days realistically to finish that. But hey, that has been my experience with Ethiopian food. If you made it all the way to the end, I want to say I appreciate you. Go ahead and check out this video right here, me trying soul food for the very first time. You know what I'm saying? And outside of that, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'll catch you guys in the next review. Later.